What you weren't surprised, I'm guessing?
No,
firstly.
not surprised. I mean, look, it's been kind of knocking around for a while, hasn't it, that he was going to be the next one to go. It looks like he run out of energy as well. I think Hassenhuttl had always been a very upbeat, kind of energetic guy. The last few weeks in particular, when I've looked at him, he looks like a bit of a beaten man in lots of ways. Looks like he's known that as he's edging towards this World Cup break, that it's probably the trapdoor as well for him. 8 defeats, I think, 7 or 8 defeats so far this season suggests that they're well within their rights, I think, to make that change. 4 years is a good knock. 4 years is a very good run as a Premier League manager. I don't think you can have any complaints. Has he done a good job? I think he's done a steady job keeping them in the league. They've started to turn a lot of players over, Southampton. Started to become not as bad as a Watford, but they're starting to go a little bit down that road where they're turning them over on, I think, quite a regular basis. And it may be difficult to keep on trying to reinvent the next group of players and trying to turn them into a successful and consistent Premier League team. It just looks like he's run out of energy.
It's interesting you say he's done a good job. He's kept them up because previous Southampton managers have done more than just that. Claude Puel got them 6. Koeman got them 6. Poch got them 8. So we're talking about previous managers that got them into the top 10. Do you think that's the brief now for a Southampton manager? Keep us up? Or has he been sacked to try and get back to as they were?
Where they are now, and bottom 3, keep them up. That's rule number 1 for anyone walking through the door. Keep them up. Sell big, buy low, coach good players, try and bring young players through and find 1 or 2 real belters that you can move on for a lot of money. They've been very good at that. The club, I think, over the last 10, 12 years, they've had some big names coming through that door and they've sold them for serious money. But now they find themselves with some talented players, but they've gone a little bit at the moment and they've slowly but surely, I think, they've ended now where they are. They've been looking like going this way.
Okay.
So I think it's the right time for a change.
Where should they be aiming? Reports suggesting they're being linked to Nathan Jones.
Again, Nathan Jones, look, Nathan's one of those guys that, and it often happens, that they become like everybody's talking about him all of a sudden as the next big thing. And there was a lot of talk about Nathan after his first spell at Luton. And obviously he went to Stoke, and for whatever reason there, I don't know the ins and outs of it all, but it just didn't happen for him really. Now, again, it looks like he's going to get another opportunity, perhaps. Is that the right one? I think again, if you're a club that are looking to find young players, coach them well, and then move them on, and then not have any grumbles and moaning and groaning from. You get that from older managers. If you get older, experienced managers coming through the door and you're chopping and changing your players all the time, inevitably they'll get the hump with that, and they'll probably start letting everyone know that. I think someone like Nathan Jones will buy into everything that they want to do, the way they want to do it. He won't have much say involved in all of that. I wouldn't have thought, but he'd be more than happy to get an opportunity in the Premier League.
And just a quick word as well, we've got so much to talk about. So Southampton fans, start dialing now, 03717223344. Last question, then we'll go to the fans. Managers getting paid off.
Yep.
Does that sit uneasy with you? Are you okay with that? Or what's your thoughts on that?
Again, it's always a good subject because it always gets fans debating that, whether or not they deserve their money. Now, does Ralph Hassenhuttl deserve his money? Ralph will probably, I have no ideas, of course, the terms and details of his contract. Most managers will either have a number in their contract when they get the sack that they get paid, or they will have, and that number, it may say a year's salary. It might be 18 months' salary. It might be 2 years' salary. It might say they get the lot. I don't know, but you could argue there's probably a number in there that they will get. Does Ralph Hassenhuttl deserve that number as he's been sacked today? I think for being there 4 years, and I think for being a pretty steady operator, I think he deserves it.
Okay.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.